Our Kwaba SI Ediban Nimdia News Review, Nimdia News, always the best news in town. In Semi Brunana, say Koso Ebio, Ewo Ghana, Amai Muhammad Kacho say for politics and governance, dear. Odi Nimdia News are nowadays. Asem. We bring you all news and Ebio Sono Yedi AC, Amai want also in Ansho Brown, and Musa to Miakabi. Yenti and Simbia, AC, whom baby as Susan at the bottom, and so Ebefa. Ghana had politics is about NPP, NDC, and all other political parties are a treasure. And now what in some say, what now what in some say, na in some be esi. Me pese yebetie anan panefo seka kuma yene kwaku anum. Yebetie in some no aba yebia na de adwenkyere enso so aba. Pese wo de comment. Ebeba se de be betumi hunu ya kinkan enso de ama before that no so no subscribe to your channel no. Nimde news na wonsa beka all other relevant news for politics so awa Ghana ha. Yentie nsimi emresi ya na pese wo de adwenkyere enso ebetudwa. Yentie mra yeba de obia na ene wasaka.
Ama yakoni nyinachi. It is signed by Yera Justin Kodua from the General Secretary of the party. And then Ashasi sent the signature said NPP, they are not going to be part of Tamale Central by-election after the demise of the sitting member of parliament. You know, until that is something. But I know in China Akwatia by-election so no young koso. Akwatia by-election they put ye bekoso. Now I know now global info analytics. Yera Musa Dankwah Report ye ni Musa Dankwah ni adwuma we Ghana akọ atieti fom ho akọ ye wankaza hwehwemu ho ba che ye ntie Yera Musa Dankwah analysis or deba. Make your own informed decisions. My duty here on this particular channel is to present facts and data. Ba che ye ntie Musa Dankwah.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Global Info Analytics. This morning we're looking at Akwatia by-election in details. In Akwatia by-election poll that we conducted between Friday and Saturday, we interviewed 2,087 voters across all the electoral areas of the constituency, which is about 21 electoral areas. We use random probability sampling, and the confidence level is 99%. The margin of error is plus or minus 2.7%. Now, if you look at the demographic of people we sampled, about 48% were male and 52% were female. And then among the age groups, you have 18 to 24, 6%, and then you have 25 to 34, 19%, 35 to 44 is 41%. And then you have 25% for people who are 45 and 54, and 55 to 64 is 7%, and older than 65 is about 2%. Now, if you look at educational background, junior high is 36%, senior high 24%, and 27% are tertiary or degree holders. No education is 13%. And then religion, you have Christians being 34%, which is quite low. 22% are other religions, are occasional, Ikanka, and all those things. Non-religion is 16%, Islam is 14%, and traditional religion is 13% in the Akwatia constituency. In terms of ethnicity, Akans are 69.9%, largely almost 70%, and then the Guans are 8%, the Evers 7.5%, Gadangbe is almost 7%, and others 2.4%, Molidagbani 2.2%. So these are the minor ethnic groups in Akwatia, largely the Guans, the Evers, and Gadangbe. Now, let's look at the governance issue. When we ask them what do they think about where the country is headed, about 47% of them say Ghana is now headed in the right direction. But wrong direction is 41%. 12% have no opinion. Now, if you look at the key or 10 most populous electoral areas, you can see how people think about where the country is headed in all those places. Largely, people in Kusi are saying wrong direction by 55%, and people in New Wenchi are saying wrong direction by 65%. Apart from that, in most places, most of them are saying Ghana is headed in the right direction, which means that there is kind of a new feel about where the country is headed in the Akwatia constituency. Now, when you look at the president approval rating, whether he's doing well or he's not doing well, about 46% of Akwatia voters are saying that he's doing well. They approve of the way he's doing his job. But also 40% say they don't approve the way he's doing his job. and 14% did not have an opinion. Again, if you look at the way they approve him across the electoral areas, the key ones, you can see similarity in the sense that Kusi is also saying that he's not doing well. They disapproved his performance. And also New Wenchi, 64%. So apart from Wenchi and Kusi, the rest of the areas, you can see that most of them are saying that he's doing well, or sometimes they are divided in the middle. Now, when we ask them whether they feel that their personal economy has improved since the beginning of the year, or since John Mahama took over, 47% of the respondents said that they have seen personal economic improvement in their lives. 29% said no, they haven't seen any changes. It's the same, nothing has changed. But 16% are saying that it has gotten worse or deteriorated, while 8% said they don't have an opinion. Now, in terms of what is going to influence them on how they vote in the election come September, 57% of the issues they mention are development. When it comes to cost of living and economy, it is 56%. And those who say quality education, 52%. Galamsey is 38% roughly, crime 24%, candidate personality 16%, sympathy for the 8th MP 13%. So you can see that the key issues are development project, cost of living and economy, quality education, and then you have Galamsey. Personal, the percentage of the candidate is 16%, but sympathy vote is just 13%, not very high. Now, when we come to the parliamentary elections, if the race between Asumedu and NDC's Bedu, Asumedu is on 49.7%, Bedu 43.8%, and someone else 6.5%. You can see that nobody has crossed 50% at the moment. And the race, from here, you could see that MPP is leading, but the margin is about 6%, which is the same margin the NPP won the race in the main election last time. Again, if you look at the race across a number of key areas, MPP is leading comfortably in Kusi, around 66%, but in Wenchi, the margin is about 77%. So the biggest margin they have is in Wenchi and Kusi. And this reflects the way we saw them approving the way John Mahama is doing his job. In the rest of the places, it's either NDC is leading or it's kind of draw, or what we call tie. Now, in the overall 21 constituencies that 21 areas we saw, MPP is leading in 9 electoral areas. NDC is leading in 8 electoral areas. And in the 4 of them, the race is tied. So whoever wins the remaining 4, likely to win Akwatia by-election. Now, another key thing we looked at is the behavior pattern of the ethnic groups in Akwatia. Remember, the accounts were nearly 70%. But in terms of voting, 42% of the accounts are voting for Bernard Bedu, and 50.7% are voting for Asumedu. So MPP has a slight edge among the accounts, but not big. Now, when you come to the Guans, MPP has edge about 53 or 54.8%, and NDC 40%. Now, the crucial thing here is the behavior of Gan Adangbe's. At the moment, we are seeing 51% supporting MPP and 46.2 NDC. Among the Ewas, note, 47.4 are supporting MPP candidate and 41.6 are supporting NDC candidate. And among the Gwani group, 52% are supporting MPP candidate and 47.8 supporting NDC candidate. This is highly unusual in the sense that normally the behavior of Gan Adangbe's, the Ewas, among the Gwani tend to vote for NDC. But in this case, we are hearing they are saying NPP. This could be something that we are not really comfortable with, because in the past they have said this and then they go and behave different way. If they don't vote MPP on election day, it's highly unlikely MPP will not win the election. Now, we did a cross race. If it is Asumedu against Henry Boachi. In that case, Henry Boachi is losing big against Asumedu. Henry Boachi, 33.7%, Asumedu, 56.2%. So if NDC had gone for Henry Boachi, he would certainly have lost the seat for them. And then when we come to Ali Koni actually does slightly better than everybody, than the rest of the NDC candidate, in the sense that Ali Koni is on 44.3%, while Asumedu is on 49.2%. So it means that Asumedu Erasmus Ali Kony is doing 1% better than Bernard Baidu, which means that the best candidate at the time of the poll for NDC was Ali Kony. Now, we'll also look at the situation where Amase was the candidate. If Amase was the candidate, she would have lost the election to all the NDC candidates except Yadom Boachi. It is only Yadom Boachi that Amase is able to beat. So for this reason, I think NPP did a good job by not putting forward Amase. Now, let's look at briefly the MPP race. In the MPP race in the Akwatia Constituency, Bawumia is on 40.9%, Kennedy 3.2%, Henry Yao Osei Bichum 8.9%, Brian Champon 4.1%, Diane Mo 3.5%, Boachia Jako 3.4%, Kobna Japon 3.4%, and the rest 2.5%. When it comes to the NDC race, the NDC race shows a different kind of thing. Here we have Atifosen leading 34.5%, Jena Mosquito or Asidin Ketia on 24.7%, Haruna Idrisu on 20.9%, Ablakwa on 7.8%, Zinato 4.2%, and Julius Deborah 4.1%, and someone else 3.9%. So this is the situation in Akwatia as we speak. We'll go back to Akwatia again the last week of the campaign to repeat the survey across the same 21 electoral areas, and whoever is likely to win will be able to tell you by that time. For now, what we have given you is the baseline poll, which is likely to change as the campaign moves forward. Thank you very much.
All right, since that you're Musa Dankwah Report. Do you believe in the polls now, Musa Dankwah Report? And I said, do you think something different? If we say NDC beat me away, and NPP beat me away, so what Akwatia is here, you know, Kazaya. Do you believe in the Ghana economy? No, you're managing ye, and I am managing ye. Share your ideas and your views in the comment section. This is the debate.